Hi Deirdre, this is Finola, just doing a little recording for feedback for you on your landing page. And as you can see, I've got both your landing pages here. I've got the first one, which is the one you wanted me to look at, which is the second one you're trialing, Home 2. And the second one is over here, just for reference, so that we can see what works, okay? So the first thing I kind of wanted to say to you when I hit the page is we're wasting or not using there's a lot of white space here. You've got a brand that doesn't feel like it's integrated into the site because you can see the edges around it. And we've got all this white space up here. What I'd like to be seeing is this section here moving right up to the top. It also feels a little bit to me like that you're pushing hard to get a like on Facebook. You're also pushing hard for the mail. And I know there's a pop-up that happens quite shortly into this. And that for me is a little disconcerting, particularly in the space that you're in. You're trying to build a relationship with people so that they can trust you and come to you for support, in this anxious time, which is they're trying to find sleep, okay? So my first bit of feedback for you is to actually push the entire screen up. This is actually quite important because your landing page and the key images on your landing page, I need to scroll. You're asking your visitor to your site, your potential customer, to do something right from the very beginning. And the things we want to ask them to do is to sign up or to do something else or look a little bit deeper, but not at a very early stage ask them to scroll to actually get to what they want to find out. You may lose them simply for this reason. Okay, I can see now that I've scrolled down that you've got some sliders here on the home page, and this is a concern to me already, particularly because you're trying to hone your message and all the rest of it. But statistically, sliders don't help your click-through rate. They move often too fast for people to take in what they're trying to communicate. I think at this point, it would be better for you to focus on one core message right at the very start to pull those people in. Okay? So that's my first thing. Consider that. Consider choosing one landing page, because you've got the ability for your customers to keep scrolling. You can take these banners, if they have core messages, and slot them in later, because this is how people communicate on websites now. They're looking for a chunk of information at a time, so give them that chunk one piece at a time. Okay, now I'm looking at your sliders. Let's look at these, because this is where they land. This is your core message that you're trying to get across. Okay, so the first thing you're saying is holistic sleep therapist, teaching and guiding you into restful, nourishing sleep. Next, it's quite a white image, deep sleep workshops and classes. Learn how to get the rest your body needs. You see how fast this has moved? I didn't even get a chance to read that. So I'm still waiting for it to come in. Learn how to get the rest your body needs. That for me is quite an interesting piece of text, right? And what I want to do here for you is I want to go Control C, and I'm going to go over here and see if I can actually put that. Yeah, exactly. What I'm doing is I'm opening a Word document at the same time, because sometimes it's easier to just have a series of tables that you can work through the options and see what fits in terms of flow instead of trying to figure it out on the website itself. So that image, back to your homepage again, that image of you, important later, not at the start. I think we've got to identify with the person first and then introduce you. Okay, so we've got you first, then we've got that, which is an interesting call to action. Our next one, which is a little bit more colourful, tailor-made programs especially designed for your individual needs. And again, going very fast. You see, I can't process it. I'm not getting that information in so that I can act on it. It's much too fast. So big message for you is take that and actually just choose one of them. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take each of those messages and I'm going to copy and paste the text, right? If it doesn't move on me, Control C. I'm going to come here, Control V, and I know that's in white, so I'm just going to turn it into black. Okay, and then I'm going to create another one so that we'll start to see flow. Okay, so holistic sleep therapist teaching you, because these are all nice messages, I have to say, but it's just where you place them and where they want to hear them or receive those messages. Do you know what I mean? So I'll take that out because I'm really wanting to know where. Okay, let's come back, and I want to see turn off your switch, turn on your off switch. That's quite an interesting, I like that one. I'm just turning that into black. Okay, now already I'm gravitating towards this statement. Already I'm wanting to change this. Okay, so what I'm going to go do here is I'm going to go into select all, and just because I want to see how everything looks together uniformly, okay, and I'm going to go, okay, and I'll make them all black. Okay, now I think if this is the order that they appear, it's too soon. You've jumped. You can see this easier in a Word document. You've actually jumped, and I'll take this out so you don't get waylaid by that. Have we got something here? No. Control X. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Control Z. Okay. So what I want to do is take that out of there. Control X. Put that in there. And I want to take this message. Just, I mean, you may not settle on this, but I think it's worth looking at this. And it could be something like, want to learn how to turn on, capital O, your off switch. I like that. Want to learn how to turn on your off switch, and then choose an image. But I don't like that white image. It's too white. It's not going to give you impact at the start. So want to learn how to turn on your off switch. Then it makes more sense in a flow of how somebody thinks. Deep sleep workshops and classes. Learn how to get the rest your body needs. Tailor-made programs specifically designed for your individual needs. We've missed your one, which we need to go back here and come and find you. Where are you? Holistic sleep therapist. Control C. Holistic sleep. Teaching and guiding you into the restful, nourishing sleep. So I'm going to take that. Form a painter. Come here. Okay. Want to learn how to turn on your off switch. I'd still probably bring them in a little bit more. Want to have the best sleep you've ever had. And the trick here is you're going, want to learn how to turn on your off switch. Want to have the best sleep you've ever had. And then your customer is actually starting to identify with you. You're not going the pain route. You're accessing this. You can trial two landing pages. One can be much more positively bent, which I'm very pro. The other one is, so it's want to learn how to turn on your off switch. Want to have the best sleep you've ever had. You're already pulling them in with statements like this because you're reassuring them that they're going to come to a safe place because you understand who they are and what they need. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Then you can introduce this idea of join me, Deirdre. Control C. V. I'm going to show you how to have a restful. I'm going to show you how you show you and guide you. I'm going to guide you. Into restful. I'm going to introduce you to sleep that's restful, nourishing, where you will wake up invigorated and ready for your day. Something like this. Tell them what you're going to show them. And on the right hand side, so if I do this, which we want to see a picture of you, but not a picture, you can choose between having a picture on the right hand side, which will also look really good in mobile. So if I split the cell so that you can have an idea of what I'm doing here, you stick your picture here. Okay, join me. And you can put your name underneath that. So the text should be a little bit smaller. This is the text where you're going to make it a little bit more scripty. So this is you talking. So this is you recognizing who they are, want to learn how to turn on your off switch, want to have the best sleep you've ever had. Join me. I'm going to introduce you to sleep. And even you don't even have to say join me. We can actually take that out. I'm going to introduce you to sleep that's restful, nourishing, where you'll wake up invigorated and ready for your day. And then you could start to say things like, you can take, let's come back here and remind ourselves, okay, what you're doing. So deep sleep, the holistic path to deep night sleep. Then you can introduce more text here. So you might have guided them through these panels going through, and then introduce some, heavier text. But this text, for example, if you're wanting a piece of text that has a lot of content in it, this is too much content on a home page. It's far too much. So we're passionate about ways to help you sleep. We believe that sleep is a gift from the gods, a wonderful relief, returning from grumpy. This doesn't sound like you, actually, Deirdre. I've created an 8 sleep that get on as one person. My deep sleep program is an integration of the most effective solutions. I'd rather see things like this, but remember, this is quite hard to read. It's quite small and it's quite light in text. It's grey text, and it doesn't feel quite uniform or filling the space quite well. So you've got this small piece of text and then a long line, short line, then long, short. It just feels like it's been put in there and not deliberately. Your landing page has to feel deliberate, a deliberate reach to your customer. Okay? Tell me how I can help you. I like tell me how I can help you. I really like tell me how I can help you. So yes, please. What we do. Okay. Too much text. You're making them work for it. Tell me how I can help you. Retrain your pain. Wired but tired. Turn on your off switch. These are separate. Oh, okay. You have too much text. You're really making them work for the answers. The answers need to be given very quickly. I prefer workshops and classes. What is the, okay, online video. Okay, I don't know why you're going there. Yeah, the navigation doesn't feel right. I'm not sure where you're wanting to send me. That's one of the big things. Okay. It's really important that you're very clear on where you send them. So when you're in your Word document, okay, in here, I'm just going to take another line. I'm going to redo these. I'm going to merge and then split that into 3. This is where your option 1, option 2, always good to have options, option 3. What are you bringing them to? That's really important. This doesn't resonate with me because I don't know where you're sending them. You have to think of the journey of the customer, where you want to take them through the website. And I'm already feeling lost. I am already feeling lost. Okay. So in my comfort zone, I'm wanting to scroll down and I can see workshops and classes. That makes sense to me. The online video doesn't make sense to me because of where you've taken me. And then the last one, which is the individual session, makes sense to me. So if I was thinking, I'd keep this one and I'd want a third option. And remember, the middle option is always the most powerful option. It should be the one that you're trying to sell the most of, okay? So, and I just want to see where you're going here with your workshops. And again, you see all this white space, and then this is more white space, and you're still not giving me anything. Not giving me anything. I'm really scrolling to find something to click on. Yeah, you really need to look at customer flow. Meditation. Your customer journey is not right, Deirdre. I'm confused. Okay, so let me try and help you. So it seems to me that you have one-to-one workshops and online. So you've got 3 options. So, and it depends on what you're wanting to sell. So you've got online, you've got in-person workshops, and you've got one-on-one consultations. That's your 3 options. So let's have a look. So just to come back here, these require a page in their own right. Each of these buttons require a page in their own right. Okay? And it needs to be very clear what they're getting. Don't try and fit them all on one page. You've got this landing page that allows you to bring them somewhere. You can take them down this channel, this channel, this channel. This is also better for you if these have dedicated pages because you can measure them in terms of Google Analytics to see if you can get traffic into the landing page, that you get them to click somewhere on the landing page, and then what are they clicking on the landing page so that you can understand what they're doing, what's of most interest to them. And then when they click in, you can see how they behave. So this is really important for you to do. Give them these 3 options of online option, the workshops, and the one-on-one consultations. And they should be 3 separate pages, not a page in their own right. You have to guide them to where you want to take them to. And I find this page very confusing because I'm not sure what you want me to do. Okay. Then I also like this idea of the testimonials. I'm just going to go back here for a second. And here we have the testimonials, right? Love the testimonials. But again, we're losing lots of space. And I find myself not able to read this because it's too small. And I have to take a moment now to read it. Your classes have been life enhancing. I'm so happy to feel like it happened on your class all the time ago and didn't know how to fight for whatever you wanted to have. Very much appreciated. Okay, and I want to see the next one. And these are powerful testimonials. They shouldn't feel like lost. They shouldn't feel lost. It must be easier. You've got to change the font size and you've got to change this blending. You seem to want to blend your message into the background, where I want you to pull it out and make it easy for the person who's reading it to receive the message. I can't receive the message because it's all grey, and I need for you to tell me look here. And look at this powerful, powerful testimonial that says, after the death of my husband, I was all over the place, and even though I was tired, my sleep was very unfulfilling. Finally, I've increased my sleep times from just 3 hours to 6 hours a night. I do these practices now just before bedtime and sleep so much better than I ever thought I would. It's so great not to feel like a zombie throughout the day. You've got, well, you know that you're also allowed to edit testimonials so that you can pull out the core pieces. You can have full testimonials in one part of your website or in a LinkedIn profile, and then you can edit them down to suit the space that you have for your website. So you may decide to have something like, if you have 3 of them, I would nearly think about having 3 of the testimonials somewhere. So like here, I would probably write some text to break up this 3 piece here, and then I would come back and I would say, okay, let's split cells, and I'd do this, and I'd go testimonial 1. Wait, now I'll just go here, come over here, testimonial 1, Control C, Control V, Control V, 2, 3. Okay, take this out. Want to learn how to turn on your, and all the time when I'm writing in a Word document, I'm checking stuff. I'm checking what the flow was like. So want to learn how to turn on your off switch. Want to have the best sleep you've ever had. I'm going to introduce you to sleep. That's to a sleep that's restful, nourishing, and where you'll where you'll wake up invigorated and ready for your day. So then you can have, and you might have a little, if I just merge those, make that a little bit smaller, and there might be a heading. You choose something like that, your heading, for how that they can work with you. And then after that, you can say, you can actually say something like what your my mission is to give you something like, so you're engaging them back, and then tell them what your the testimonials of people who've worked with you before, so that you're saying, yes, they're coming to the right place, they're coming to the right person. And then so we've actually taken care of this, so we'll take it out. And this is what I like to do. I like to work like this so that it actually emerges. Okay. Then what else would you like them to do if you want to close? You've got to close on a call to action. Okay. Close. Sorry. Control X. And for me, this is a starting point. Close on a call to action. Okay. Whatever that call to action is. Whether it's to sign up, what is it? And then this has more flow and it's more punchy. Call me for, yeah, you had a close on that. But do you see all of this white space, or this, you know, this, to me, this is also white space, even though it's a blend of colors. There's too much blending in the background. Okay. Okay. This is a start. For me, this is a start.